Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a beautiful day. My name is Raya, and if you're new here, I make videos about travel and lifestyle and personal growth, so make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. But today I want to chat to you about something that most other YouTubers try to stay away from, and it's something I've never talked about before. Basically, I want to talk about religion, and specifically what it's like to be dating someone who follows a different religion from you or just believes in different things from you. And this is something that Louie and I have been trying to figure out since before we were dating, and we've had kind of different conversations about it in the past, but recently I had a breakthrough and something that it kind of just hit me, and it's changed things a lot for me and for him as well. So I thought that I would share it with you guys and yeah, maybe help some of you out. So for background, I grew up in Bulgaria, which was communist till a couple years before I was born, and while Bulgaria was communist, religion was banned. And I think because of that, a lot of people, especially the younger generations, weren't really exposed to it very much, and it just wasn't really very present. No one really in my family, my grandma and my great-grandma might have gone to the church to light candles for us, but in terms of my immediate family, it just wasn't a thing we ever talked about much. And yeah, I think growing up, I didn't really know anyone, even once I moved to the US as well. None of my friends, religion or faith, it wasn't something that was a huge part of people's lives that I just happened to know. So yeah, I think I just felt like it was a very separate thing from me, and because of that, I think my only examples of it were kind of the more extreme examples of different religions that were in the news or in movies or in history books and stuff. And so especially because of that as well, I was like, okay, so me and my friends and my family are like this, we believe these things, and then those people which are very different from me believe those different things. So yeah, that was kind of my experience until I met Louie. And Louie grew up Christian, he grew up going to church, it was a huge part of his upbringing. Most of his closest friends to this day come from those days of being in the church community. So yeah, I think if you'd asked me, would I see myself dating someone who was Christian and most of their friends were Christian, I would say no, because yeah, again, it just seems like it's just so separate. Whenever I found that Louie and his friends or family would talk about God or just anything kind of related to Christianity, I would kind of shut off, and I would think, yeah, they're in this club that I don't belong in, and I have nothing to contribute to this conversation, and they're all gonna hate me because I'm not a part of this thing that they all share. And obviously that was me projecting, no one ever treated me like that for me to believe that that's what was the case, but it was definitely something that I was worried about for a long time. But funny enough, from very early on when Louie and I were just getting to know each other, really quickly it hit me that we may have had different upbringings, we may believe in different things, but our values are very similar, and what we want out of life and how we want to live our lives, it's so similar. And at the end of the day, that's kind of the day-to-day stuff that hits you. So if we had some big differences in that, I think that would have been a significantly bigger problem than having different religions or whatever. So yeah, by the way, I would say I've always said that I'm agnostic and not atheist, because I believe that I'm spiritual and I believe that there's something, but I don't know what that is, and I'm just kind of chilled about that. So it's the realization that I've had recently. For the past few months, I've been listening to Oprah's Super Soul Sundays podcast, I think it's called, and it's amazing, so good. But in that podcast, every episode she interviews someone and chats about kind of their life, but also a few spiritual, it's kind of about spirituality, but also about people's lives. But anyway, just hearing from so many different people be super open and vulnerable about what they believe and their spirituality and their journey to how they got there, it's just, yeah, I've just found that I have things in common with pretty much everyone that she's interviewed, and I think it's rare for people to have those really open and honest conversations with other people who are from a different religion from them, so I'm just not that used to like having these super honest conversations, which is what I've been listening to with Oprah's podcast. And yeah, I think I've just connected with so many different people, with so many different things that they've said, and I don't even remember what happened, but there was just like this moment that hit me. And basically, I'm going to try to break it down in a way that you guys can understand the easiest what I kind of felt and realized. So, the way that I feel it is that I have this like space within me that is my spirituality, my faith, my soul. I don't really know what to call it, but it's this thing that's like where all love comes from within me. It lights up specifically for me when I'm in nature, and it's like the best part of me, I guess. And just the more that I've been having these conversations with Louis and some of his friends and listening to Oprah's podcast, I've learned that every single person has that space within them. And for Louis specifically, his space, whatever that thing is called, I don't know what to call it, soul, I guess maybe. Growing up, he's always connected that to God and to Jesus, because that is the part that, yeah, he considers God, I guess. And it's made me understand also why people feel the need to spread their religion so much, because if you believe that this like incredible space within you where all love and like light comes from, that is only there when you believe in a specific thing, then if you're like, I mean, I would also be like, we have to tell everyone about this. We have to make sure that they all like have this thing within them. But yeah, it's been so amazing. Like once I've kind of put that in my mind, I've been looking for little clues everywhere, and it's just so evident that everyone has the exact same space within them, and they just call it different things, and they associate it with different things, and they visualize something different when they feel it. And it's like blown my mind that when Louis talks about God, I do have something to add to that conversation, because I have a relationship with my soul, whatever we call it. I have that same relationship with my soul as well. So when he talks about connecting with God, I can join that conversation, because what he calls God, I just call something else, but we have that in common, and all humans have that in common. No matter who you pray to or what you visualize when you feel that space within you light up, we all have that same space within us. And that's just, I mean, not only has it been a huge breakthrough for me and Louis in our relationship, but I want this for you guys as for me as well. It spreads way beyond that to every other human on the planet, because throughout history of humans, we have been fighting over religion and gods and people believing in different things. But what I've come to realize is that we are all just on our own journeys to connect with our soul, our light, the space within us that all love comes from. And whatever way people need to get to that place, like everyone should have their own freedom to have their own journey to get there. The important thing is that we get there and that we get to connect with that space, because when you connect with that space, as I said, that's where all love and light comes from. So like you can only add more love into the world the more connected you are to that space. So if for this person it might take praying 5 times a day to Allah, then great, that's amazing. Please do that so that you can get to that place and connect with God, with your soul, with yourself, and just be a light in this world. And to me, I could not care less what journey you need to get to that place, and who am I to say that your journey is valid or not? Whatever you believe and whatever you feel is valid, and it's your journey. And I think it's just, for the first time in my life, I realized that this religion isn't something that separates us, it's something that connects us. All the different religions in the world connect everyone to that same place within us. I hope that this makes sense. I know this is kind of a different video from what I've done before, but this not only has this brought me so much closer to Louis, I just feel like I'm looking at the world in a different way, and this message is so, so important, because if more people could understand and feel the way I feel, that there is no difference between humans and we all deserve the same amount of love and respect no matter what we believe and who we pray to, then I'm going to spread this message, and I'm going to spread it as far as I can, because I think that it can only add more love and understanding and compassion and empathy into the world. So yeah, I hope that everything made sense. Please join this conversation in the comments down below, but please do it in a respectful way. The whole point of this message and this community that I'm trying to grow is that we just breed empathy and love and compassion, and yeah, so please keep that in mind when you leave a comment down below and chat amongst yourselves, and I'll join the conversation as well. But let me know if you understood what I was trying to say, if you agree with it, if you have a different point of view. Please let us know, and let's have an honest but kind conversation in the comments down below. Yeah, I think that's everything. It's kind of like I'm really nervous for making this kind of video, and I know that there's gonna be a lot of not very nice comments down below, but as I said, I think this is a really important message to be spreading, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, I hope that you guys like this video, and I hope that you are having a beautiful day, and I will see you very soon.